I'm Kate Kosturski with Multiversity Comics, and I'm here with Mr. Todd Nauck, who has done a myriad of work over the years, but most recently for Dark Horse, Mystery Science Theater 3000. So first questions first, tell us about how they brought this TV show to a literary visual medium.
It was something that I'd heard rumor of happening. Being a big fan of the show since the early 1990s, love the show, love the characters, love everything about Mystery Science Theater. So when there was rumor that there might be a comic, I wanted to be a part of that in any small way. So when I got the job to work on the comic, I was curious how they were going to make this happen. Joel Hodgson is a genius. He's a creative genius, coming up with a way to riff comics, which wouldn't be putting a row of theater seats like on the TV show at the bottom of each panel, and then the characters just cracking wise at the panel, but actually infusing the characters into the stories, incepting them, if you will, into the stories, these Silver Age, Golden Age stories, and now they're making riffs from inside the comic. Gave it a fresh and a vibrant feel. But still, it still feels like Mystery Science Theater. It still has that classic vibe, but still a fresh new take that keeps it moving and gives us more to see than rather just a row of theater seats. So it made it really plays into the medium of comics in a fantastic way.
And you did the interstitial art in between. Obviously, there's 4 different eras of the show. You've got the old KTMA days, right to the Netflix revival. Which one of those 4 did you use for the interstitial art?
Let's see. I was the Netflix guy, so we were continuing the adventures of Jonah, Heston, and the Mad Scientist, King of Forrester, and TV's son of TV's Frank, aka Max. So I was drawing Moon 13, Felicia Day, Patton Oswalt, Jonah Ray. So I was watching a lot of the Netflix. I was binging that over and over and over again so I could get as much accuracy as I could in each of these characters.
So of the stories that were featured in the 6-issue miniseries, which of the stories within a story, rather, which one was your favorite?
I think I'd probably have to say, I keep forgetting the character's name, Johnny, the teen reporter one.
Was that the one with Tom Servo? Okay.
Yeah, because
it was the Tom Servo one.
Because he replaces Johnny Jason, so it's Tommy Servo, teen reporter. That one was probably my favorite.
Okay, good choice, because that was mine. So now I ask, Gypsy, Cambot, Tom Servo, or Crow? Which one is your favorite?
I'd probably say I've been a fan of Tom Servo the longest.
Nice. Now, Joel's on tour again. Yes. He just kicked off. Have you seen it? Are you planning to see it?
I plan to see it. I've seen the previous two live tours, so I don't want to miss this third one, Joel's last tour as Joel Hodgson.
My boyfriend and I just saw it with Circus of Horrors. You are in, if you get that one, wherever you go see it, you are in for a treat. So last question, at least on MST3K, is so in the not too distant future, maybe next Sunday AD, can we expect another series?
I've been talking with Dark Horse editor Randy Stradley. He's checking to see if I'd be interested or available. It's like, Randy, absolutely. So we'll see what I think. We're just waiting to see what Joel might want to do.
So now, in addition to comics, you've done children's books. Which is easier for you, and which is more enjoyable for you? Recognizing that this can be 2 different answers. Doing a comic like MST3K, or doing a children's book?
Yes, the children's books I did were Spider-Man children's books, so it wasn't a great departure from what I already do in comics, but I guess the main difference is I'm not working in that panel-to-panel storytelling, but I'm doing more spot illustrations. I really enjoyed doing the children's books, but I think there's just something about the comic book medium, that panel-to-panel sequential art, that I really enjoy, and the design aspect of how to put those panels together to create a puzzle for the reader is probably what I really enjoy the most.
Now, a lot of your other work has been Spider-Man. What attracts you mostly to Spider-Man as a character? What do you love about Spider-Man?
Wow, Spider-Man was the first superhero I became a fan of at around age 4. I think because of the mask. You couldn't see his face, so he could be anybody. So he could be me. I could be Spider-Man. And so I think that's one thing I really enjoyed. I like that he could crawl on walls. I like that he could spin webs. I'd always steal my mother's hairnet to use for my Spider-Man action figures web, so I was always getting in trouble for that because it'd always get torn up because I had to web up the bad guys. Come on, Mom.
Let's make it realistic here.
With webs, I've got to make do. So it's been a thrill to be able to draw Spider-Man for as many years as I have in so many different incarnations.
And he met President Obama. As you know, you drew the backup story in Amazing Spider-Man 583 where Spidey meets the president. Do you know if Mr. Obama saw that book and what he thought of it?
I know he saw it because Marvel made sure he had received copies of it, but I don't know what he thought of it. I hope to get to meet him someday and get him to sign my copy and say thanks.
You've also done Deadpool, and you've done children's books. Pitch me a Deadpool children's book. And before you say, no, I can't do that, it has been done before.
It has. I haven't seen that. I'd probably do a Deadpool version of Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Kind of put a spin on that.
I would totally buy that.